are doing great, everybody, because we are here at Legacy of the North Top 32 Invitational. My name is Will.
I'm Steven.
And we are here at Enter the Battlefield, Newmarket, Ontario, or at ETB Canada. Check us out on the socials. We also have Lazy MTG in the background helping us. He's in our ears. He's doing a lot of the production pieces. We have an amazing, I was going to say show for you, but I was going to say event. Event is a more appropriate term for us today. We just finished round one. We had Oops All Spells versus, what was it?
Grixis Tempo.
Grixis Tempo. I think the whole round of that game was, what, 4 minutes?
Maybe 5 minutes, including shuffling.
Yeah, including shuffling, 5 minutes. And I think probably 3 of those minutes were shuffling. Yeah. Honest to goodness. It was a fast one, showcasing how Oops...
it's dominating format right now.
Yeah.
It's the boogeyman.
The boogeyman. And we've talked a little bit about that. And then we saw Eldrazi versus... Stiflenaught. And, well, we talked a little bit about Eldrazi there, Steven. How has it changed over time?
Well, yeah, I mean, it recently got the ban, so no more sewing microspawn, right? So
it's a good thing. I feel like it.
Yeah, but I think what Grant is doing is he's putting the Eldrazi Line Breaker in its place, which I think it's really good because initially, even when the deck first came out and people weren't sure how the deck was going to go, I was trying this out, and Line Breaker, making all your guys have haste, or giving or at least pumping your guys up, it makes a big difference, right? Especially when all your guys are Eldrazi, and then so when it comes down, you usually have 1 or 2 Eldrazi's, and then it's a 5/3, and then any other Eldrazi that comes in play afterwards, they can potentially get haste, and they can come in for like +4/+0 or +5/+0 or even +2/+0.
Wow.
It's still pretty decent.
Kind of run over it too, and within I always think of Eldrazi kind of being the big dumb creatures, but having like big enter the battlefield kind of pieces when they come in. What do you think has been the biggest addition? Now, yes, sewing Michelson Spawn is banned. Thank goodness. Control players, are praising everything going on. They're just calling round 1, I think, ending, and round 2 in a moment. So if you hear things in the background, that's what it is. What do you think has been the biggest addition? To help, we've seen a bit of a ban these decks as well.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, Modern Horizons 3 has just made the deck go to another level because everything has cast triggers now instead of enter the battlefield triggers. So that it makes everything harder to stop. Everyone's at least the blue decks, they're forced to play with Consigned to Memory, but even then, you have to hold up 2 mana to try to stop their play, which is not the greatest because then you're holding up your own development. Yeah. Right. So you have. I mean, it is an answer, but it's not one that I like because I feel like Legacy these days is all about being aggressive or applying pressure instead of trying to avoid respond to it.
Yeah,
right?
and we only saw that too, right? Within Oops All Spells, right? We saw that within Game 2, right, of the round 1.
Game 1 lasted 1 turn, and Game 2 lasted 2 turns.
Yeah, 2 turns. And it was really the top, the top land wasn't the deciding factor, but it was a factor in how the game ended up being played out, right? So,
and I mean, those games, it's all about your mulligan decisions and your sideboarding decisions.
And those are some of the hardest pieces.
Yeah.
Deciding when to mulligan. I think, if talking about how to develop our own gameplay, right? And playing a lot of Magic helps with those mulligan decisions. In the blind, definitely is a tricky spot too, right? I don't know if both players in both games knew what they were playing against. I don't think it's open deck list yet, but they have a sense, I think, because some players will play similar decks or the same archetype throughout, especially in our areas too.
Yeah, and that's why I think Oops All Spells is good for this tournament especially, because you just need to go 3-0, you're in top 8. And then if you're playing in blind, nobody knows where you're on, especially in the beginning few rounds. You'll steal those game 1s. And all you have to do is flip a coin to try to steal game 2 or game 3, right? Depending on, like we talked about before. Are you trying to avoid Graveyard Hate by boarding into Char Belcher? Or you think they don't have good enough Graveyard Hate and just not even bother with a Char Belcher? Yeah. Right? I don't even think Conrad bothered with a Char Belcher plan in that game. He just shuffled the sideboard in and then shuffled it back, pulled it back out.
Yeah, literally. Nothing really, it seemed changed, especially with his plan game 1, 2, right? The only thing that was different game 2 is he just thought seized at the beginning and then went, okay, now I'm going to win.
Yeah. And I mean, I think you only bought into the Char Belcher plan only if you see Leyline of Void from your opponent. Like, like if your opponent has stuff like, like a spell bomb, like those one-time effects.
Yeah.
You can play around those one-time effects,
oh,
right?
for sure.
He's got Memories Journeys. He's got the Jack-o'-lanterns, or I believe they're called Jack-o'-lanterns. Like it's a lantern. It's like a pumpkin card, and then it's like a 1 mana artifact that can like shuffle a card from your graveyard onto your library, something like that. Yeah, but I mean, like they have cards like that to deal with one-time graveyard effects. So
they're able to play around it, which makes, I think, when people heard that there was nothing getting banned from it, there was some cause for concern, right? When you were talking about it, Steve, too, right, of just Leyline of the Void, that's going to be able to deal with the situation itself, right?
I mean, the deck hasn't really changed. It's just got more of the shock, the bolt lands.
Yeah.
Right. That's what it's got. It's got better bolt lands, but other than that, it really everything else is the same, right? So decks existed. It's been there ever since the printing of like Undercity Informer and Balustrade Spot, right?
If you had to take away something, what would you? Because I think having these type of combos is somewhat healthy, right? But you don't want it to overtake.
I would take out probably the Thassa's Oracle, just to make it harder to win.
Yeah.
I mean, they still have to dread return something else, but then they would have to have more slots to the winning package.
Yeah.
Because before, I think it was like you'd get like there was like an angel that you reanimate, and then the angel brought back something else, and then you win with like you win with like a Lab Maniac or something. Like the win was convoluted.
That does sound convoluted.
Yeah, it was convoluted and it wasn't the greatest, right? And then so I think if you take out like Thassa's Oracle, obviously you hit other decks like Doomsday and like other top combo decks as well. But I think that's the problem. I think that's the issue with the deck, right? The win con is too easy.
Yeah, and people talk a bit about it in other formats too, right? If I think of like CDH or other ones like Thassa's Oracle being a huge proponent of propelling combos as well, right? Now, CDH is in a very different spot right now, being very tempo heavy, and these combo decks aren't even able to survive right now within it. But, I've always had a little bit of a gripe against Thassa's Oracle, so that's, a bit of a biased opinion, I have to say. But we're going to be getting into round 2, everybody, of our Legacy of the North Top 32 Invitational. We have Ethan on Maverick, and we have Chris on Eldrazi. So we've talked about Eldrazi. Seems like our second deck that we're seeing of it as well. So we are looking forward to this game right now.
So Maverick, it's a green-white, sometimes splash red, sometimes splash black, like a mid-rangey deck, with Night Reliquaries, Green Sun Zeniths. And sometimes Stoneforge package, sometimes not. Like it's very flexible in how you can build a deck. But
so we have. It seems like already looking at Chris's list and what he's already playing, right? A bit different than our previous player as well.
Okay, yeah, I'm assuming that this
Mystic Forge maybe kind of idea.
Yeah, because with the Urza's Workshop and the key, the Volcaic key. It sounds like this is like a Grim Monolith deck.
Ooh, I like that. And we have our own Legacy of the North. I wanted to say our winner, I'd say, of the big Legacy tournament in North America as well. He's here today. And he won it with the Eldrazi. Now, of course, this is before the ban of our favorite uncountered, or making everything countered if it was cost 0.
He got an FBB Savannah. All right.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. So, looking at the list of certain
defense grid. All right. I think it's just for more artifact count.
I don't think he's really going to be playing too much.
No, it's for the blue decks, but then I think this is just to add to bump up the artifact count. So when he does make constructs, it's better.
What is the land beside Urza Saga there? This one was a huge addition within these.
Urza's Workshop. So it makes colorless, and then if you have Metalcraft, it makes additional colorless for each Urza land you have.
Oh my!
So that includes the Urza Tower lands, I believe, and then also includes
they see
Urza
themselves,
Saga,
right?
And they see themselves.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So right now these still only make 1 mana, but 1 more artifact, and then these workshops start making I believe 3 mana until the Saga dies.
Oh my goodness! That is the pressure's already on, and looking at kind of the matchup here, do you think it favors one deck over the other, Steve, or looking at it, I feel like Chris's deck may do pretty well.
Yeah,
against this.
I mean,
at least game 1.
Oh, okay. I mean, I thought he was going to make a construct there, but I guess he wants to turn on his workshops.
Metalcraft.
but right now I'd probably be more favored for Maverick because he's kind of constrained on his mana. Like if the Mystic Forge had like turn one monolith, then like I would make it more to his favor.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the list too. There is one oof in the board.
Yeah, because you can Green Sun Zenith for
Yeah.
it.
So
right?
kind of running that little creature sweep package. And
I mean, you can.
Would you look for it like right away?
No, I mean, if anything, I'd probably get the Gadok Teague.
Gadok Teague? Oh, that's going to shut down.
Because they can't play the 4-drops, so no more rings, no more Mystic Forge, no more Eldrazi,
no Karn.
No Kha'Zix command, right? So
Gadok Teague, that just shuts down all of it, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And if they don't have removal, like it's going to be rough. Okay, Night of Reliquary comes down. I'm not sure if there's any any weird lands that any fun lands that they can get from this, but yeah, maybe. Okay, I see he's playing a Talon Gates. So he could prevent one of his guys from dying.
A Cradle maybe too, but
yeah,
I guess
I mean Cradle right now. I mean,
doesn't going to do a ton.
Yeah, he already has a lot of enough mana. So I think right now is just trying to find like the way to win the game faster, right?
Looking with Chris here, and Urza Saga has popped, so he's going to search his deck for a 1 or less. I was going to say, what is he going to get? Mox Opal looks like is the pick. Just get some more mana here.
Okay, so he did float the 1 mana, huh? Okay.
No, not making any constructs. I'm kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, because I mean, if he just made constructs, like he would have been an aggressor, and then like all of Ethan's guys would have to stay home.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, is that a Paradox Engine in his hand?
We'll see, but Paradox. So right now, okay, he has enough. So they only make 4 mana. The Urza lands they only make 2 mana each because there's only 2 Urza lands, right? And then so there is Thalia. So the Paradox Engine would cost 6, and then these keys aren't doing anything because they don't make additional mana.
And Kha'Zix Command might be the piece that he's going for here.
So
2, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
So.
He's probably K-commanding the Thalia.
Yeah. Let's see what modes he chooses here.
Yeah, Thalia, and probably looking at the top of his library, or unless or if he has gas, then okay.
Okay. Respecting the knight.
Yeah. Yeah, this is why if he had Green Sun Zenith, like you want to get Gadok Teague, so like these plays can't happen.
Yeah, and like it's fully protected. Gonna make some spawns as well. I guess blockers, right? You're gonna kind of survive.
It's for mana. Because right now he doesn't have good mana sources, especially if he's casting non-creature spells, and Thalia's taxing him by 1.
So get them. Those are pretty cool tokens, I have to say.
Yeah.
Are they the true Eldrazi spawn tokens, or one of them?
It should be. I mean, there's so many of them these days.
That is true.
Yeah.
There's so many of everything these days.
Yeah.
18 different printings. I'm surprised these aren't the SpongeBob printings. The thing is, before you think
I
that
kind of
was
like
a
some
joke,
of the I kind of like some of the SpongeBob cards.
They
like,
are pretty sweet.
They look pretty good.
Man, they are not cheap though.
No.
I think the Smothering Tithe, that like extra, I don't know what it's going for.
Oh well, I mean it's
Something
Smothering
wild.
Tide in general, right?
Yeah,
So,
that card's already like $50 itself. Questing Beast.
ugh.
That doesn't feel the best.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I
You
mean,
just attack with this, right?
yeah. I mean that card's coming out, but
yeah. Attack.
yeah.
You can't block.
Well,
Questing
I mean,
Beast, which is nice.
he's taking 4 no matter what. It's just a matter of blocking Thalia or not, and I don't think you do. I mean, you're
You
at high
just
enough
take the
life
other
total.
2.
Yeah, and there's
Keep your mana.
Yeah, I don't know what his hand is. That his what is that? Is that
He
a
has
sword?
he has a Paradox Engine. It might be. No, I have no idea. I'm trying to look at the list here.
Maybe it's a manifold key. Okay.
Okay, here we go. We got tons of mana
so
now.
He's got six mana in total from his land.
Does he have anything to do with it? That's the real question.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see.
So how much are each of these lands making now? 3? Whoa.
No, they're still making 2. Oh, yes, they're making 3. Okay, yep. He needs to pay 1 more.
Yeah, so 3, 6, right? And then it's
Paradox is
5.
5? Okay.
So here we go. Another 3, 4, 5.
Okay, I see. Mystic Forge, and then he has.
Okay.
Okay, so untap. Oh, but it's only untap. It's not untapping the lands.
No.
So he still can't cast a lot of spells.
And if he doesn't have any artifacts,
And he does have a Lotus Spell in hand, but he can't.
Cost
he
1.
can't cast it. But then, yeah, I don't think it does anything.
so exile.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we can't see what
I
he's
can't
exiled?
see what he's exiling
That's
here.
fine. Yeah, I don't think there's much because the Thalia is actually doing work. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, the Thalia is a lot more. It kind of makes me wonder, was the K command the right choice to not get rid of the Thalia? Because feels like it could have unlocked this Forge a bit.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I would have probably hit the Thalia because it just makes your mana and everything operate more smoother.
Okay, so exiled planar nexus from the top of the library, not going to really help Chris too much in that aspect. It does count
as another Urzalan,
but not really. He's pretty good on that aspect. I feel.
I mean, it'll be good for next turn, right? Like so if Ethan doesn't Green Sun Zenith and kill the Mystic Forge right now, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and looking at his hand right now too, he might. I'm trying to see. Okay.
Attacking for 5. Oh.
Attacking for 5, not Thalia?
Not attacking with Thalia? Okay.
Interesting. 1 damage less.
Yeah.
But maybe there's a reason for it?
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, no. That's the raccoon, right?
That's
so
the raccoon to eat the graveyard.
Okay, yeah. So that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means there's no Green Sun for... there's a Plow and a Stoneforge. Oh, okay, yeah. There's not much Ethan they can do. Yeah, so I mean...
Do you just Plow one of their guys for fun? You have to pay 2, though. Did he pay 2?
Well, I mean, he has another land if he wants to. He could pay for 2, but I mean,
with Thalia, no.
Yeah, but
he has to pay 2.
Yes.
So that might be something. If Thalia,
I don't think it'll matter because the right now it's all about this turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much value can Mystic Forge get?
Yeah. But he should have paid 2, had to have fetched with that, right?
Yes, yes. Or he could just tap the Noble Hierarch.
Yeah, tap the Noble Hierarch. If anything, that would be the rewind that would have happen.
Yeah.
That would be the available mana. Wow.
Okay.
That is a good draw.
Yep.
That is a very good draw. My goodness.
Yeah, so Chris is probably going to run away with the game right now. He's pretty much just needs to find a Flesh Raker. I'm not sure what others wouldn't call
How many times can he tap and untap this ring?
Well, here's the thing. He needs to find the. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's it.
Yeah,
that's
this
it.
Game's over.
Because the now you can tap his mana and then tap the rings, and then now every artifact, like he can just untap the key and so he's actually generating 3 + 2 + 2 every cycle. So he's generating 7 mana every time he casts a non-creature spell or any spell, right? Paradox Engine it untaps for any spell.
Any spell, I believe it is. We can pull it up here. I'm pretty sure it's any spell. Where we have here?
Yeah,
whenever you cast a spell.
Yeah. So anytime you cast a spell, you're
gonna float.
He's gonna have 7 mana.
Yeah. Wow.
He's gonna generate 7 mana.
Okay.
So this game's probably effectively over, and then he should have tapped a ring to draw 1 card.
Yeah,
and
on top of that.
Untap. But I mean, right now, like this is a very.
And even Mystic Forge too, right? Just clear the top if you don't need it, right?
Yeah,
he can go so deep and has Karn to get either Walking Ballista. He could literally just ping down almost this entire board with how much mana he has too, right?
Yeah, or just win.
What could he have to get it just the win here?
Walking Ballista.
Walking Ballista.
He just gets Walking Ballista, and then he just
Legacy and Lattice just make him not do anything.
Yeah.
Snaring Bridge.
I think just right now just play around with the food, but again, when you're playing this deck, like I've tried it before, and it's very like it's very what I call handsy in that like you have to tap and you have to keep tapping and untapping things, and then sometimes you just get lazy because you kind of have to win at this point, and you just don't want to keep tapping and untapping, and so you're kind of like it's hard to play like quote unquote 100% with this deck.
Yeah, and I feel like in person it makes it almost a little bit harder because the cast trigger as well, like if you're on Moto or something like that, right, you have that and you can respond to it where it's like, you have that visual piece, right? Because even Mox Opal wasn't tapped for a mana on the cast trigger of Ensnaring Bridge, right, on the untap part. So it seems like Chris is walking through it a bit faster now, too. Going to be able to cast, Flesh Raker, I feel like, is just a lights-out play.
Yeah. And like anything, right? Like,
anything now is just
like
lights.
as long as he has spells on top of his library and then like 1 spell in hand, like he just could have just gone Walking Ballista and the game would have been over because it's easy to get to 20 mana. It's easy to get to 40 mana with this deck.
Yeah, exactly. And I think he's kind of showing case. He's like, I'm going to cast Grim Monolith, make a guy you're going to pick.
I mean, he can even get Paradox Engine, and so every time he casts a spell, he gets double triggers, right?
Oh.
So that just makes it even faster.
Yeah, and then drawing from his deck, he's going to draw his whole deck, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
game 1 going to Chris. Ethan almost getting there. It felt like it, but a little slow.
I mean, if he had the Green Sun Zenith probably would have got there.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And if he knew that he needed to get Galactic and not the thing that kills Collector Roof.
Yeah, Collector Roof. Yeah, I think exactly what you're saying, right, Steve? Like Galactic ends that game. nothing would have enabled him to cast that. Ring wouldn't have been able to go. Mystic Forge, right? It didn't do a lot until Ring got there, of course.
Yeah.
But, even Paradox, right? None of those pieces wouldn't have been able to come down. Looking at the sideboard here, let's start off with Ethan as he's a game down here. What do we got here?
I would bring in the Force of Vigors and the Deafening Silence for sure.
Ooh, yeah.
Because forcing Mystic Forge to play one card a turn, that their deck's not made to do that. And Force of Vigors, free artifact kill, so it's also great. Like if you can manage to kill like off a Monolith and like an Urza Saga, that could really hamper development. Right?
Do you bring in? He's also running Disruptor Flutes. Do you bring in Disruptor Flutes?
I don't. If he has enough stuff to take out, I don't want the Disruptor Flutes. Right.
So like the plows, like he has 4 Sword to Plows. Those don't feel. I guess. I think Flesh Raker is pretty tough though.
Right. I would leave the plows in just for Flesh Rakers because Flesh Rakers can win on their own. Right. But yeah, like there's better things to take out, like Sword of Light and Shadow, Sword of Fire and Ice. Like they don't go through anything.
No.
So
do you take a
really
Batter Skull?
Yeah, I mean
that just doesn't seem good.
I feel like you can just take out the entire Stoneforge package.
Yeah, that's 5 cards right there, right?
Yeah, it's 5 cards, and then you bring in the one Deafening Silence. Yeah, that's 5 cards. What?
Sorry, I'm flipping back and forth between things here.
Yeah, I'd probably just do that and call it a day.
Yeah, and you're still keeping your green cards in, right, for Force of Vigor. You're not taking any of them out, which is nice.
No.
So you're not having to worry about having less. So, yeah, I think that's it. Moving on to Chris's sideboard here. Let's see because he's running Karn, we know that the Karn package is going to be there. But what are some other pieces that he might be bringing in here?
Probably portable holes. I don't want to use Karn on a portable hole.
Yeah,
right?
that feels rough. That feels rough.
Yeah, I think that's a game 1 move, right? But for game 2, you just want to see them, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to Karn for them, and the Dismembers for sure, because Gadok T and Collector Oof are coming, right? So just anything that kills dudes.
I'd say those pieces, and that's it.
Yeah, they're just those 4 cards.
And I guess taking out. I'm wondering here. Doesn't seem like.
I would probably take out like a key, 1 or 2 keys.
Yep.
The defense grids.
Yeah, the defense grids. Yeah, those are snap gone.
And maybe the one Basalt Monolith.
Yeah, because you're only bringing in 4 cards.
Yeah.
3 defense grids and then 1.
And a Basalt Monolith.
Yeah, and then you're probably pretty good there. So game 2, Ethan on the play to begin with?
Yeah, I think Ethan was on the play, but I mean, like his deck is not the greatest game 1 against him, so.
This looks a lot better from the opening hand of Ethan. Has a Green Sun, has a Noble Hierarch as well.
Yeah, so that's
can get Gadok Teeg or whatever it may be nice and early.
Yeah, that's his best hand. Turn one Hierarch.
Turn 1, play the Hierarch.
Yeah.
And go from there. So Chris going to want to try to hold down the fort here, see what he's got for this turn 1. Probably just land go.
I mean, the thing is, I hope he. It all depends on whether he kept a sideboard card in his opening hand, right? So if he kept a hand that doesn't have sideboard cards, he just has to go for broke.
Yep.
And so he just has to hope that Ethan doesn't have a Green Sun Zenith for
Is he going to turn 1 Ring?
Could.
Or turn 1 Karn here.
Turn 1 Karn?
He's looking like he's going to do turn 1 Karn.
Yeah.
That's a nice little play. It'll really kind of, I guess, determine what Ethan might do with the Green Suns from here. He can get one of either Gadok Teeg or Oof still, but I guess it will.
Does Karn say you can only get colorless cards? You can get 1 non-creature artifact. Okay, no.
So he gets a liquid metal coating.
Okay. I mean,
looking to blow up lands, but
I think I would still get Gadok Teeg right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The liquid comes down.
Yeah, because right now he doesn't have white mana, so he can't cast the portable hole. So you just have to pray that Chris doesn't have Dismember, because you can't stop Dismember either way. So you just get Gadok Teeg and then.
Goes for Oof.
Okay.
But he does have another Green Sun, so he can do it next turn as well.
Yes, I mean gives him out, right? So now the what is that? The K command isn't out, right? To kill the Collector Oof.
That's nice. It got really quiet, it felt like it around us, unless our headphones are just that amazing. Thanks for producer Ben for getting these sweet Audio Technica headphones. They're pretty cool, I have to say.
Yeah.
We're souped up. Make sure everyone check out Enter the Battlefield or ETB Canada, right? On the socials. Also check out Lazy MTG, right? YouTube. And all the places that people go these days. Check them out.
Oh, I'm surprised he has 2 portable holes in his deck, considering he's only got 1 Mox Opal.
I was about to say,
and
how else does he make white mana?
None of his lands make none of his lands make colored mana.
That feels pretty rough. Like, I guess he has the
Does
Urza
he have
Sagas.
Lotus Petals? Oh, he has 4 Lotus Petals.
Okay,
so he's got 4 Lotus Petals and a just for 2 white cards, huh? Okay.
Not a ton of ways to get it,
I
but...
mean, I feel like if that's the case, then you just play more Dismembers, unless he wants to get rid of stuff like Null Rod. That's what Portable Hole will be good against, right?
Getting a Walking Ballista.
Oh, but then you can't activate it.
Yeah,
So I guess he wants to make sure that it doesn't get his card doesn't die. Just as a blocker. So right now the Walking Ballista is a 2/2. But then the
going for One Ring instead, but maybe trying to like set up the potential of Walking Ballista later down the line.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, you just go ahead and kill off the Karn, and then now you probably go for the Gadok Teeg, and then the win cons are really like the way he can get rid of the Gadok Teeg is really low.
Yeah, because
it's just
this almost like locks it out, right? Like in this piece, you can't tap a ring; it just sits there. Yeah, you get the protection for the turn, but what else?
Yeah, so it's just Dismember or bust.
Yeah, Dismember or bust. Portable Hall.
Yeah, with no white mana.
Yeah,
with no white mana.
Yeah, you can't ever do it. You're right, because of the Lotus Petals. That's it.
Yeah. Probably should have drawn a card with the.
Can't.
No. Before. Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know that probably didn't know that Ethan was gonna get Gadok Teeg with the second Green Sun, so that's why he didn't tap it.
Yeah. For the ring, are you saying?
No, because he could have drawn with the ring with the Green Sun on 2 on the stack, but he didn't.
No, because Oof was already out.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, all good.
Bad. Okay.
I feel like Chris, what's the reasoning behind not playing Urza Saga and trying to tick that up and at least make blockers compared to playing the Nexus here? Or not the Nexus, the Urza's Workshop. Because I feel like, he's in kind of defense mode here. At least you can get that up. You have the Ancient Tombs.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, well, what else is he thinking?
No, I agree with you. I like the
You ain't going to win the other thing, right?
I like taking the Urza Saga up as high as possible.
And then
as fast as possible as well.
Yeah, and try to just play your little things, right? And then just start trying to bash in with 5/5s, right?
Yeah.
6/6s. You're going to outpace. Oh, there's the Disruptor Flute.
Yep.
You just named Dismember. The game's over.
Well, no, because they can still pay. Like he has a lot of mana. He just pays a lot of life.
Yeah, a lot of life. Yeah, he's got a lot now. Tax for 5. Can't block that Questing Beast. Ethan might be questing into Game 3 here. Wow, nice job, Ethan.
Yes.
Exactly what you're talking about, Steve, right? Locking this game out with Gadok Teeg, right? Mm-hmm. Went for the Oof first.
I think that's fine.
Yeah,
like,
with the board state.
Because you can bait out the removal spell, because they still need to get rid of it. They can't not get rid of it, right? So,
cheap viewers, ban this guy in the chat. Someone ban this guy. Impure Porcelain Bot 575. Get this guy out of here. I don't think we have any mods here. Thanks for everybody who's tuning in. We have 13 amazing people. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Please don't dox yourself fully, but just give us a general location, right? Are you in North America? Are you in Canada? Are you in the States, right? Are you somewhere across the ocean? One of the many that we have. We're here at Enter the Battlefield, Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. My name's Will.
I'm Steve.
And we're your lovely commentators for this morning.
I don't think they're going to re-sideboard again.
You don't think so, Steve?
I mean, I'm not sure what else Chris
like play draw kind of ideas here.
I don't think so. Because again, Chris his draws all he's a Karn. He's a Karn sideboard, right? So he can only bring in so much.
Yeah, the Dismembers are probably already in there, right?
I think Dismembers and Portable Holes, they both have to be in there, and Portable Holes are just like.
Yeah, and then looking at kind of Ethan's list on the play draw, not too much else that we see.
No,
different?
I mean Doorkeeper Throw doesn't deal with the cast effects from Fleshraker, so I think they'll just do the same thing.
Yeah, Pete Dan tuning in from Stockholm, Sweden. That's pretty sweet. I've never been to Sweden. Doing chores. Well, hopefully the house chores are pretty great. Hopefully you're enjoying your day. Have you ever been to Sweden, Steve?
No, but the only guys I know from Sweden are Reckless and Baus.
Baus. That guy's the best. I watch all of his stuff. He's so funny. Oh my God, that guy hilarious. Yeah, and Reckless. Yeah, those guys are a team together now, man.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
The Los Ratones. Yeah, I've been following them. Watch from New York City. New York City. That's great. You been to New York City?
I have.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was a long time ago though, so.
I went. I think when I went with my parents many years ago.
Yeah.
It was fun. I'd like to go there as an adult, as an individual now, like without my parents, I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's getting pricey though. I hear for like shows and all that. I had some.
I think everything's just
Students'
pricier
parents.
in general.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true,
It's just
that's
our
true.
Canadian dollars kind of ass. So.
Yeah, it's not the best, right? Like, what is it, 65 cents to the American?
Oh.
Yeah, 65 cents to the dollar right now.
Yeah.
So, looking at San Diego. Oh, San Diego here from Emo Pizza. Is San Diego pizza pretty good? You know, I think.
No idea.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that where the name comes from? Or you run a pizza joint in San Diego? Does San Diego have its like own type of cuisine, or is it like just that diverse? Okay.
No idea. But okay. Well,
Turn one. Chris is leading off with Grim Monolith. I feel like Chris is better off on the play here.
Yes. I mean, he's doing what his deck wants to do.
Ethan brought in the Doorkeeper.
Oh, okay.
What would that even turn off?
Maybe he just wants more threats.
That feels like a pretty bad threat.
Let's see. Let me see. Oh, it does. Oh, Fleshraker does say enter the battlefield under your control, so it would stop the pinging. It
Okay.
would stop the pinging, but it doesn't stop him making those 0-1s.
Okay, so there is some type of piece. Burritos are peak, though. Okay. When I go back to San Diego, I'll have to check this out. I don't know when that will be. No
Yeah,
traveling for a while.
It's kind of rough.
Oh, he has the Gaddock in hand. Ethan does.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
really good for Ethan here. Chris does have the One Ring.
Yeah.
Could develop that right now and be able to.
Well, I mean, he has so much mana.
Mm-hmm.
He has 6 mana right now, right? So he could make a lot of different plays depending on what his hand is. But
What's the third card? The white bordered one. Okay, goes with the Forge.
maybe it's a Basalt Monolith.
Wait, 3, 4. And then what is he going to do here? Looks at the top. Yeah, you're right, Basalt.
Yeah.
Here we go. I don't know what else you're thinking, right? You just play it.
I think you have to, and then you just have to pray that he has Chris has no removal spell to get rid of it.
Yep.
Because it does still stop like a wide variety of things, even though the Mystic Forge is already in play. Mm-hmm. You know, Mystic Forge still gets value even with the even with Garrote he can play.
Yep.
Unfortunately, so
Yeah, you can still cast from the top.
okay, but looks like Ethan wants to do something else. Okay, this is. Well,
With the information unknown, right? Maybe Ethan's feeling like he can apply more pressure later on in the game, or like earlier on. But
I think it's because he thinks that Chris has no key, so he can't really cast that many spells, even with the Mystic Forge going online.
yep.
Oh, okay.
Upkeep.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Like, we're getting rid of the Gaddock.
Really?
This. He does have the Kozilek's command. Chris does. Like, I guess Gaddock would have died. But
No, it wouldn't. It can't cast X spells.
Oh yeah. Oh my. But that
Wow,
feels. Does
that
he have
is-
no other green cards?
I think I would value Garrote way more than Green Sun Zenith here. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not Green Sun, the Night of Reliquary.
Yeah. For
So
sure.
that is a very
I guess he
well-
can't cast his own Force of Vigor though, right?
he can cast it with he can still cast it just pitching Night of Reliquary
But
instead of
can he even cast it himself?
he can't cast it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I guess there is a bit of a non-bow with it. Thinking maybe he's going to get more value this way.
I don't know if he's getting that much more value considering Chris still has 4 cards, and then and he still has a Soul Land in play, right? So it's not as if he can't cast 2 drops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
This must have been on a draw step, right?
this probably
Upkeep?
this feels like it's up. Yeah, it feels like it's upkeep.
Yeah, before the draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris in deep
Because
thought here.
he has to do this during Chris's turn.
Yeah, and you don't want the Urza to tick up or anything like that.
Oh,
So.
that is awkward.
Okay.
That is awkward.
So getting rid of probably one of the best cards in Ethan's deck to shut down Chris's.
Well, we'll see if that would be a good trade or not.
Yeah, we'll see how the game develops. It has double Doorkeeper in hand. That seems pretty brutal.
I hope he didn't board out green cards for Doorkeeper thralls, because that would have been.
Yeah,
That
that's,
might not
that's
have
a
been
good
good.
question. Like, what are you boarding out for it?
Because again, I thought you would board out all the equipment and the Stone Forgers because they're just so mid.
Yeah, exactly my thought within it. Like,
Yeah.
we did not see the Doorkeepers. We saw the Disruptor Flutes in his deck, right? We saw the Force of Vigors. So there's at least 6 cards he's bringing in potentially. So what were the
Yeah.
other 2 cuts?
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Here's Basalt Monolith. Yeah, and there's not even that many lands in the graveyard, so the Night Reliquary is not even that big.
No.
Still only a 4/4. Okay.
Has
Okay, he's got 4 mana. He's playing Ring.
not going to be able to attack in, right? That early
Yeah.
pressure may not do a lot.
Okay, I mean, I see what Ethan's trying to do. Like he's probably gonna try to wasteland him to death, but with an active Ring, that seems kind of
Tough.
yeah.
We'll see.
And also, like Ethan only has 1 forest, so he only gets 1 activation, and that's it.
Yeah, that's
right?
not
so
much.
That's really rough.
And Chris is drawing tons of cards here.
Yeah, and then that land is also, well, I mean, his hierarchy is also a white source, but then if he sacks the land, he'll be down more white sources. Right?
Yes.
So another knight is
rough.
fine. If he's going to do this play, you probably want to sacrifice the... he's attacking. Okay, yeah. He's attacking, go for a wasteland, and take out the...
You think you get out the Urza Saga here?
No. I think you have to go for the...
Soul?
Yeah.
Because they don't have a lot of mana next turn to begin with, right?
Yeah, yeah. And then if they make even though Construct's going to be ginormous, it's like
you have ways to get it around it eventually.
Yeah.
This
I think
this is a tight game.
I think you go for the Ancient Tomb, but I mean I can also see why you will want to go for the Urza Saga. I mean making two constructs. Well, you're hoping that Chris has no lands, right? So.
Yeah. Yeah, and it can't play out of it, right? Like he's going to be drawing.
Yeah.
So
three
cards next turn.
The safer play is probably to get rid of the Urza lands, and then pray he doesn't draw into more like, crazier things. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
More conservative line, which is fine.
I think that's fair.
But now the Knights are just, they're just beaters now.
Yeah, and they do have Exalted triggers, right? Too.
Well, I mean that's only if you attack for one, but you probably want to attack with both of them because they're both.
How big are they right now?
1, 2, 3. They're both 5/5s.
Yeah, and the clock's on, and this Ancient Tomb is hurting, right? If the ring, not to say it will kill Chris, but okay, did draw a Dismember, but will take a bunch of life forward in return.
Yeah.
Does have another ring though, so can replace. So.
Yeah, and I'm thinking he kind of Ethan's probably regretting the Doorkeeper Thrall boards right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could. Who knows what those two would have been?
Yeah, I really want to ask him, like, what? I guess he's thinking of the Fleshraker piece, right? And might be something to think about. Of what did he take out, right? Ask him, what'd you take out for these Doorkeepers, and was it really just for Fleshraker?
Yeah.
Dismembering the Knight.
Sure.
And be taking a bunch of life for that.
That pretty much did its damage, right? Because the Knight would deal Knight deals 5, and then Dismember deals 4. So almost does the same thing.
Does its work there? Going to take another 2 here.
2. Okay.
And it looks like a Kozilek's Command for. I wonder, what is that? 1? Getting rid of the. Okay.
Yeah,
Getting rid of the hierarchy.
No, that's fine.
Constrain the mana.
Yeah, because now Kratos only makes 1 mana.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got Chump Blocker now.
Yep, that's good. Nice little play from Chris here. Gonna be able to follow it up with something else. Another Knight. Yeah, now he's really stuck on lands here.
Yeah.
Do you still go after the lands? I don't think you can.
No, he can't. Because the Knight can't sacrifice. There's no forest or plains.
Oh, yeah. There's no... Oh, thank goodness. Cradle doesn't have a type.
Yeah.
My goodness. That would be absolutely insanity if it did.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, drew a key.
Yeah. Okay.
Well.
This is...
This might be lights out here.
Yeah.
If these Doorkeepers were almost anything else. If they were just other green cards,
I think
he would have had the Gata Key.
I mean, if Doorkeepers were the equipment, they would have probably been decent as well.
Like, exactly.
Anything,
push
right?
Something,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
The things we see, right? But we don't truly know. Playing an Urza Saga, probably going to be playing one of these keys is my guess.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, right now he's just, again, he's kind of like playing around his food because he can just untap. Okay, I mean, he could do that too. Yeah, he could have. I guess you don't really want to draw more off the ring because then you're going to take like a lot of damage. But he has another ring in plan.
And a Paradox too. So can he play Paradox and another ring too with all of this? That's the question I wonder.
I think you can do both, right? You can just do both, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean right
he's
now,
not taking damage, right? He just waits till next turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang out.
Yeah.
He's not going to die.
He's chilling. I mean, the board state is
nothing. Yeah, this
pretty
game's
insane.
over. This game's over now. I'm sorry. Yeah. Ethan plays a lot of Maverick, I know.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know
The
if he plays much else.
Yeah. I mean, we can ask him afterwards what doorkeepers were all about, but it's we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, we could be totally like, even though we don't like Stoneforge package, he may see more value in it.
Yes.
Or maybe he sees more value in that compared to like Questing Beast, because Questing Beast also only attacks.
Yeah, that's literally its job, right? So
right, and then so he might, if he got rid of the Questing Beast for more utility creatures, like I can't blame him for that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's fair. Yeah, these lands, right? No need to run Tron lands when you have these fake Tron, true/fake Tron lands that make the exact same for a lot less, right? You don't need 3 of them; you just need 2.
Yeah,
and this should be almost out.
Yeah, if he has any spell, it's over.
Yeah, untap everything. He has another card in hand.
Yeah, okay, it's over.
Yeah, untap everything.
Now he's generating 3, 6, 5, 8. He's generating 8 mana every cycle.
Yeah, you just get
8, 9 with the Mox. Yeah, 9 mana every cycle.
And has another card in hand and shows Fleshraker as well, and going to be closing up that game.
And he's going to be drawing more cards, right? Because every time he has a spell, he draws more cards. That.
I think he's talking about the play with Gadak Teague.
Yeah,
exactly that. He's explaining that.
Yeah, I think I would value the Gadak Teague a lot more than the Knight.
Yeah,
right?
and I think Ethan's recognizing that. He's like, I had this, right? But if it was any other green card, none of this would have happened.
Yeah.
Great game from Ethan and Chris. We do have 2 tables that are being video cameraed. I think recorded both. We're not sure if the other game is still going on as this one. So we may be switching over that. We might probably just switch over to Steve and I for a moment as we'll talk to you. 17 amazing viewers from all around the world as well. We have an international viewership today, Steve. How amazing is that?
I think whenever somebody streams, they never expect like there will be international viewers because if you're based in North America and you're streaming, you're expecting that all your viewers will be in near the same time zone, right?
My thought.
Yeah, but apparently that's not the case because I watch a lot of streams that are like, half my viewership's in Europe and they're in East Coast.
Yeah,
right.
And time zone too, right? Like I guess like someone's in the evening, I'll throw usually something on, right? Listen in the background, maybe doing chores myself or something else. It's a nice little piece. I can't stand just the dead quiet of life itself. There has to be something going. I need stimulus of some sort, Steve.
Yeah, for sure.
Going on. So, thanks for everyone tuning in, right? As mentioned, Legacy of the North top 32 Invitational. We just finished 1 game of round 2. We're going to see if there's a second game that's going on. We have 32 players. We had 1 player literally wake up to their alarm clock, right?
Yes.
We had someone drop out, something happened to their car last minute, something about their battery. So we had Eric, who was actually on the stream earlier, wake up early for Saturday morning. I don't know if that's early for him. It was 10:30, give or take. We wanted players, 11 o'clock kind of start time. So we have 5 rounds getting into it. But all these players fought here to get here. Is that correct, Steve?
Oh, yeah.
And how they have to play for something, don't they? They have to play for points, is it? Tell us how this works. How do players get here to this Invitational?
Yeah, so I think there's the Legacy of the North. They've organized they partner with other stores where it's like whenever they have Legacy weeklies, we categorize the points. So like for example, if you go 3-0, you get 9 points, and then so when you go to 1Ks, you get more points, and all those points add up to this Invitational invite. And your top 10 results get added up. So this is to make sure those people who have additional time can't grind it.
Yeah,
they grind their way in, right?
Yeah, they still have to fight for it too. So it's a nice little piece. And each season as well, they're playing for a trophy. We have one of the mini ones. We have a larger one in the showcase as well. Seems like we're looking at the next game here. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks like
left, 2 decks?
Dragon Stompy on the left, and then probably Blue-Red Delver on the right.
Yes. Yeah, it
and
looks
there's
like
a lot of what? Oh, and probably Monk tokens.
Are those? Yeah. Is this our new equipment?
Yes. Yeah.
There we
go. So that's that Corey Steele something, or but it's new equipment from the latest set, Dragonstorm.
Yeah, and it makes these. Do they have haste too? Is it?
Yes. When the equipment when the creature gets equipped, they get trample and haste, and +1/+1.
That's so good. Who needs Monastery Mentor, right? When
Yeah, and
you
the
have
monks
this.
and the monks have prowess themselves,
Oh my goodness.
right? So it doesn't just make 1/1s; it makes 1/1s with prowess,
That's
which is pretty
wild.
amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Here we go.
and I mean, yeah,
Are those pictures of himself?
yeah.
Lyle, the classic. 1-1 in this game, too. Looking at the chat here, thanks everybody for participating as well. We'll try to adjust some of the audio items that we have here. Predictions of players usually winning. We have a player named Boston in our area. He does usually pretty well. He's won a couple of the Legacy of the North Invitational, seasons themselves. We had Conrad. He was on the stream earlier. He won the previous season. So both of them expected to do pretty well, right? We'll see in the 5 rounds that we have here how they'll do. Boston being a player that usually plays anything that's top tier or anything Delver-esque, I'd say, right? He's been on Reanimator, Delver. Conrad's usually playing top tier decks, I'd say, as well, but kind of his own flavor of spice, too.
Yeah.
So it's, a lot of variety, I'd say. We're going to see a lot of top tier kind of decks here. What do we got going on? Fable the Mirror Breaker, amazing card.
Yeah, it looks like, so this is game 3. Looks like unless there's some sort of pyrokinesis effect, like a border wipe effect, looks like our Dragon Stompy player might not be, might lose next turn because they're at 4 life.
Does have a Fury in hand.
Yeah, but the Fury can only take care of so many things, right? I'm assuming that the Dragon's Rage Channeler has Delirium, so it's a 3/3, and then the equipped Monk token's a 2/2.
Oh, maybe not, because that is a ley line in the top.
Oh,
so
okay,
we do
so
have
it's
a ley
1/1.
line, so it is a 1/1. So he could. Can he wipe the board? Does it give them?
So it's 2, 3, 4. So you leave 1.
Okay, so 1 would survive. So that's actually pretty good. Hopefully it's. Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Looks like imprinting on Chromox.
Okay.
These lands are so good.
Oh, I can see what. So is the Fable active? The flip side.
It might. Well, if it is.
If it is, it could clear the board and then attack for a lot.
Oh yeah, because you can what? Convoke.
You can convoke Fury and then copy the Fury.
Ew. And then just shoot everything for 8.
And then it hits Planeswalkers too, right?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, we don't have Ethan's deck list here, but we do have Lyle, so we will be trying to pull it up. Okay, maybe doing this play. We're not unsure because we did join into this game a bit later to see if Fury.
Pitch Spirit Guide. Yeah, that's a good pitch.
Yeah, you gotta exile that though.
Oh, please tell me you can copy. Please tell me you can copy.
Yeah. Hopefully, it seems like he may be explaining it. So he's targeting first.
Yeah.
Convoke trigger will be a second.
Yeah. He's got 2 equipment.
Oh, okay. So yes, so he does. The Fable is live. Wait. So the Convoke Death trigger is on the stack still.
Yeah.
And you don't have to pitch anything.
No, but the play seems kind of weird because they cast a Chromox, but okay. Well, I mean, they could
we'll
use the Chromox to cast something else, but yeah, hopefully the Mirror Breaker part is the copy part is active.
Mm-hmm.
So the tokens would die, and then I think like Tamio would get Kratos at 4.
Is that 4 or 2?
2, but then
no, it looks like 4. I
mean, a Fury attack still hits it because it's double strike, right?
Yeah, clear the board, kill
and
that, and then reset. Lyle's on nothing and 2 cards in hand, 3 on the draw.
Except Lyle's playing a deck with lightning bolts.
Yeah, exactly, and boom, you're dead.
Oh, maybe it's not active because it looks like maybe the Fable's not active.
I'm confused here.
Because he's about to die. Okay,
yeah,
maybe the Fable's not active. Okay, so there should be another play then. Is it a ring?
Ring is your next bet here.
Yeah, the Trinispheres are a bit too late. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yep, that's game.
Yeah. I actually kind of like Lyle's deck a lot.
Seems
good. With the new equipment, especially with preordains, because you pretty much just want to churn through your deck, and you just want to keep playing 2 spells a turn every turn, and then you just keep making 1/1s, and force them to deal with it. So good, right?
Yeah. So good game 3 that we jumped in there at the very end by Lyle and Ethan. Lyle taking it away. Kind of one of the decks we were talking about, I think, at the very beginning that we may see here, right? With one of our new cards from our Dragon Storm deck. I don't know exactly what the new set was. One of the many sets.
Dragonstorm.
Yeah, Tarkir Dragonstorm, one of the decks that come out every other week.
Yeah.
So it was great to see that a little bit in action. Hopefully we'll be able to see a bit more of it too, talking about how to make these 1/1 prowess, trampled creatures.
Haste.
Yeah, haste. That's pretty wild.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of glad to see something like that hit the, hit the legacy scene, because it's, it's a fair card,
Yeah.
right? Like lately,
3 mana?
Lately, we've seen a lot of unfair cards, right? And so it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to see something like kind of fair, even though it does kind of busted things.
It does feel, especially there too, right? Maybe we're gonna see Plague Engineer come back more.
Maybe.
What are they, monks or wizards? Probably wizards.
They're monks. I think they're monks.
Monks.
Yeah.
Name monks. Monastery meant.
But it's not even that great, because
No, it's terrible.
Because you're still not answering the equipment, and it's the equipment that makes them
Yeah, exactly.
cards, right? So it's not even that good.
And the one that's equipped still stays alive. It's just.
Oh no, it doesn't, because there's a triggered effect. So
Yeah.
So it makes it, and then actually, unless the equipping part is a part of the making effect, because it has to resolve entire text.
Do we have Lyles? Let's pull it up. Let's pull this card up. Producer Ben, pull it up.
Corey Steel Cutter.
Here we go.
Okay, so whenever you cast second spell, create a 1. Oh, so okay, yeah. So you may attach this. Okay. So it is. Yeah. So
The one would live.
Yeah, the 1 would live. So it's still not good enough.
It's not. There's nothing. Nothing's good enough anymore.
Yeah, and it's also a 2-drop. So I mean, it's.
I thought it was 3. It's 2.
No, it's
oh my
it's
goodness.
1 red, 1 color. It's very good.
I do like when new sets come out, right, and provide Eternal formats with fair cards, right? Cards, or at least that feel fair right now, right?
I'm also kind of glad that this is a red card. Like, I mean, even with the casting cost, like it's easily splashable.
Yeah.
Right. But then I'm kind of glad that red got something like this instead of the usual colors.
That's very true. Blue.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. I'm surprised it's not blue.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, you saw it there splash in a blue deck, so it doesn't really matter, right? If I think it was RR to cast.
Then
maybe
it'd be
a
lot
different
harder.
story.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just
within this build, it looks pretty fun. I have to say.
Oh yeah,
exactly what you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, the deck used to play.
Thanks.
The deck used to play Young Pyromancer, right? And so this is exact same casting cost as Young Pyromancer, and then it makes 1/1s that are better than. It makes 1/1s of powers, and Young Pyromancer only made 1/1s.
One Urza Bauble too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because you just want to keep drawing cards.
What
right?
Urza Bauble is this? What set is this from?
That's from
Mystery Booster.
Mystery Booster 2.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah, but no, I really like this particular list because it runs a pre-order. I would actually change the Urza's Bauble to another preordain, just because
that just feels a bit better.
I just want to see more quality cards.
Yeah, exactly right. Being able to cast more
because he has 5 baubles. Like I understand it because you have Dragon's Rage Channeler, so you want to maximize the different type card types.
Urza Bauble just feels so weird.
Yeah.
It just feels so weird as a card sometimes.
Old cards.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Randomly look at your hand.
Yeah, but I like having the preordains a lot, right? Because
they're fun.
You just keep churning. Like you don't even care what the preordains are looking are. Sorry, you don't even care what cards you're seeing other than the fact that they're non-lands, right? Because it triggers off any second spell. So it's not even a second non-creature spell.
It's any spell.
Any spell. So you can cast a creature and then it'll activate.
Then it will go. You make your guy. Then you can equip.
Yeah, exactly. And you just want to keep casting 2 spells a turn. 2 spells a turn.
Yeah,
right?
that's so good.
Yeah.
Wow. Hope to see this later in the games too to come. And we'll see maybe how far Lyle goes. I can check his record right now. I'm pretty sure he won his first match.
No, he drew.
He drew his first match?
Oh, okay.
Ooh, it's kind of awkward, I have to say. But winning his next one, so he's going to want to really win subsequent games to come here to make sure within the top 8, and we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, sounds good. So one amazing thing about Legacy of the North and the community that we have here, right? If it's the 5K that happened recently, if it's the Invitational, the community comes together and also gets pizza and purchases it for the players, right? Bring in boxes and boxes of pizza, and everyone
we've got
enjoys.
We've got just really caring event organizers.
Yeah,
and also a lot of guys behind the scenes like grassroots, promoting these these events, trying to get as many players to show up as much as possible.
Yeah,
You know?
and shout out to those like in the background too, right? You know, we have Jim the Monolith, right? He purchased this not too long ago, right? The sweet backdrop that we have right into the battlefield, being a big sponsor of Legacy of the North, hosting the 5K that happened recently. I'll keep mentioning that. You know, also people getting these sweet trophies that people are playing for, right?
Yeah.
Look at this thing.
Yeah. So the winner will be getting this today, and then I believe the winner will challenge our previous King of the North, which is Conrad, and then they'll be playing for like a bigger version of this.
And their nameplate on it.
Yeah.
That says it's maybe we'll get that later at some point today.
Yeah, but that's I think it's in a display case in the store.
Yeah, they just expanded the store one way a bit, get a bit more room and square footage, which was great, and in part got a display case for the Legacy of the North piece. Conrad has his name on it. Boston's got his name on it a couple times.
Yeah,
Jesse's got his name.
Yeah.
I think it's just the three of them, is it? I'm trying to think of how many years we've been running this for.
Probably, I think 3 years, right?
3 years, yeah. It's pretty sweet.
But then we do these invitationals like 3 times a year.
Yeah, it's three times a year. Okay, so season 5, Boston's won 3, Jesse won, Conrad won. So Boston probably wanting to reclaim or come back and attack the top again. We'll see how well he's doing today. We can even kind of look at how he's doing, player to watch out for. One little thing that we're using a program called SpiceRack.gg for a lot of the Legacy of the North tournaments. We've been using those. Boston is 2-0, so win the next one and draw, as you're saying, right, Steve?
Yeah, pretty much.
And then hopefully we'll be able to get into top 8 there. And I don't know, he'll probably need to play it to the end, right?
Oh, that's the matches.
Oh, that's
so 2-0 this round.
Oh, he 2-0'd this round. So, but my guess is if he's table 4, he's probably 1-0 is my guess here. So, nice little piece there. I won't say what or pull up the thing that he's playing because I think it's still closed deathless, and he might attack us if we. Honestly, I have a pretty good idea. He's probably playing some type of blue, tier 1 deck. Do you think, Steve, right now? I've been following the meta a lot, watching some of the other Legacy of the North or Legacy podcasts. The tier 0 deck, we always thought about that as the Demir Reanimator, right? When we had Frog. Absolutely tier 0, right? S tier plus, right? I'd say tier 0. Yeah. And then kind of maybe, but I feel like as you were mentioning, do you think there's a 0 tier now within Legacy?
I'm not sure if there's a 0 tier, but then because I think it's still up in the air, right? Post bannings, even though we're I think we're a couple months since the bannings.
Not much, right? I want to say
I think we're a couple
3, 4, like maybe a month,
yeah,
right?
But then I think there's still a lot to be explored again. Like if you're afraid of Oopso spells, Leylands are there.
Yeah,
it's just maybe just this particular tournament, but I thought we would see more stock up decks.
I know,
right? Because
we haven't seen any today so far, right?
Yeah, so I feel like Omnitel is going to be should be very good. It should be very good right now. I love how Omnitel decks, right? And then people are sideboarding in our red kind of stompy decks as we just saw. They're putting in Ashen Riders. I've been seeing. Oh yeah,
which is hilarious to see that come back. But then these decks that aren't even casting it, they're just putting it in.
Oh yeah, because you need some way to deal with whenever your opponent show and tells, you need an answer. But the problem with those decks, the problem with having Ashen Rider is you're playing those in a deck where you can't manipulate your hand. So they have to be in your hand already
when it happens.
Yeah, when it happens, right? And you can't brainstorm into it.
So
if you're not running 4 of those things, it's kind of useless.
Yeah, you're do I have it or not?
Yeah, the thing I would expect, I would think that Omnitel be better especially in a small tournament like this.
Yeah,
it's just that it's hard to hate out.
Yeah,
right? We saw Gadok T there in Maverick, but then Show and Tell's a 3-mana spell.
It gets around Gadok T,
and then every spell you cast is going to be 3 mana or less, other than your kill spells.
Exactly.
Right.
Or you're going to cast Emrakul, and that's 15, and it's a creature.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. So I mean, there's not a lot of hate, and they play their own counter spells.
Yeah.
They and then their mana base. I don't think it's that fragile, right? It's so. I think
hanging up.
I'm just very surprised that it hasn't shown up, or maybe we haven't
seen it yet
in a feature match, right?
Yeah.
We're unlucky.
Yeah,
But
I know we even talked about like what decks we'd be bringing like to play to win. I'd be bringing Omnitel. That's what I'd be bringing, right? Like personally, like I think it's a kind of a fun deck if you're playing the mirror match, right? I remember watching Bosch and Roll playing it. Man, the mirror match seems kind of crazy. You gotta have a perfect hand before you go off, right?
So, I mean, the mirror match is all about like you just because the win is sorcery speed. So even if they land on omniscience, you still get you get yours. You better win.
Yep.
Right. That just means you better win when you do it.
Yep.
Right. So like. Other than mirror matchups, though, like I think it's a very hard deck to hate out.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's a reason why I think it's always been like tier 1.5.
Yeah. It's always kind of been there, right? Like
yeah. Exactly. But then
hiding in the shadows.
But I think stock up just really took it to another level.
That card, $15, $20.
Yeah.
We were talking about
especially with Ancient Tombs, right? You go turn 2 stock up, and it's just like if it resolves, your opponent just feels bad, and you're an A plus B combo.
Yeah.
And stock up gets you 2 cards.
It's
right?
so good.
I don't know if any of you guys have ever cast Dig Through Time before, but this feels like it's Dig Through Time on steroids because you cast it so much earlier.
Yeah, and you don't have to fill up your graveyard with it, right?
Yeah.
Like that's a thing. So I'm wondering, like, I know stock up's having an impact on modern formats. My assumption is it's having such an impact on other formats too. Let us know. Are you enjoying playing stock up? Are you not enjoying it?
Well, I mean, I think it's in Vintage, right?
Probably.
Same with Corey Steelcutter. That's also made in Vintage.
Oh, I feel like Corey Steelcutter would be good in Vintage,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
all the 0 drops, the boxes, all
Yeah,
this.
exactly. And they just
And
cut
they have haste.
they just cut the Young Power Masters out from the decks.
Yeah.
It's great.
Talking about
You don't even need to play Monitoring Mentor.
That's what I'm thinking. Like Monster Mentor's gone.
Yeah, because that's it's replacing that and it's cheaper. It's 1 mana cheaper.
Yeah, it's a bit harder to get rid of too, right? Like without the creature, okay, whatever, but you still have this artifact.
Well, I mean, Vintage is probably different because there's a lot of artifacts in Vintage, so everybody has a lot more artifact hate.
Yeah.
So you probably get splash hated that way, but then it's
Meltdown.
Yeah.
Meltdown.
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, I think there's another fun deck. I think that's been showing up on Legacy Challenges recently that I haven't seen here is the Cradle Control deck.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Yeah, so it's a deck with Wider Reliquary, and then what is that? It plays all 8 Hierarchs, so the Noble Hierarchs, Ignoble Hierarchs, Green Sun Zeniths, and then
this is not
the
natural
Cradle.
It
has natural order.
Natural order? Are they playing? Are they playing the Nadus as well?
No,
just the Atraxas.
Just Atraxas, and some have Crater Hoof, some don't have Crater Hoof.
That just sounds so good, and being able to. Without the Mycosynth Spawn too, I feel like that also opens up a lot of these decks as well, that control kind of aspect within it. I always thought too, and I know Dominic Harvey has talked a bit about it too. This is like previously, right? He's come out to the Legacy of the North tournaments of Nadu being a big proponent. I know a lot of people don't like Nadu. It's been banned in literally, I think, almost every format except Legacy and Vintage now, right? Gone in Commander, that was absolutely atrocious to play with in Commander, and it just never died.
Yeah.
It never stayed dead.
I actually don't.
Wondering if we'll see it.
I actually don't mind Nadu.
I don't either. I think
Yeah.
if I wasn't playing, talking about what deck I'd be bringing, it would either be the Omnitel, right, or be bringing Nadu.
Here's the thing with Nadu that I think people are just annoyed at the fact that like the Nadu decks that do well don't win on the same turn.
That's fair. Yeah.
Right.
Just
So it's the one that's like I'm gonna trigger for 4, like trigger 4 times on my turn and 4 times on your turn.
Yeah.
And then
draw
and
8
see
cards.
what happens, right? But then it's just like you're not winning, but you basically won.
Yeah. They ain't casting anything that is useful.
Yeah, but then the deck it doesn't feel inherently powerful because you're playing a whole bunch of you're playing a 3/4 that you can only play one of in play, right? Because it's legendary. And then you're playing 4 1/1s that are literally just 1/1s.
Yeah.
Right? like
whoa. Oh my, what's happening here?
Yeah, but they're just you can't attack with them. You can't do anything else other than activate Nadu with them, right?
Yeah.
And then
They're kind of just dead draws, right?
Yeah,
You just
exactly.
keep drawing another.
Exactly. And then the one that does well that we see a lot is the Bant version. So it's the one with like Force of Wills, and so even if you draw like extra cards, it might not even be good extra cards. So it's like I feel like the deck is like it needs creatures, but then it also needs like spells.
Yeah,
right? And then,
you have to have the right suite all come together.
Right, exactly, and it's hard to have everything come together, because everybody, like, if people are ready for it, like, you're never gonna assemble your Nadu and Nomads, right?
Never gonna have both pieces, or your Shuko, or whatever it may be, right?
Yeah, exactly. So if like, sure, everybody's kind of annoyed at that, but it's like, what? Like, I just don't feel it. Like,
I'm gonna try to kill the Nomad, right? Like,
Yeah.
and then your Nadu comes down. There's no Shuko to begin with, right? So
yeah.
yeah, it's a bit of a, the deck that it kind of goes off of this within it too is the turtle that turns your guy their butts into a power, and then like you're drawing for how many that is. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing. I don't know, like, Ben, if you're able to pull up that card, I remember watching someone play it. I don't even know the name of it. It's some turtle that, and you bounce it with Caracas. It's similar to the Nadu piece, right? But same idea, right? You need A plus B, right? But then, yeah, that's fine within it. But it's hard to assemble that piece. I think it's pretty fair within Legacy, right? I think there's enough checks and balances to put it in its place, more or less.
Yeah.
I think people will come back to the idea of like, well, Oops All Spells is going to be put in its place. It doesn't need something gone, right?
Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, why? If you're complaining about Oops All Spells, why are you complaining about Nadu? Because Nadu actually takes 3 mana to cast, right? Fastest is turn 2, and you don't even have the combo. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Oops is killing you on turn 1, so like.
Yeah, which is a lot quicker. And Dark Rit, we saw that, right?
Yeah.
The game was literally over. We were like, okay, round 1, game 1. Just kidding, the game's over.
Yeah. So I think people are just disliking Nadu, just like, for the pace of play. Mm-hmm. But then it's, it seems misconstrued, right?
Yeah, within it too, and
yeah.
The monocolor, right? Especially within Oops, definitely going to have Plygon. Yes, Plygon. That's it. We're not able to pull up the visual right now. We're on a bit of a break here between the rounds. But the turtle. I'd play that as Spice of Light now. Usually I'd be playing goblins. That's what that's what I've been playing for the last 6 years. 7 years now? It's 2025, right? 7 years. I don't think it'd do too well here today, especially thinking of all the decks. It's okay. It's actually no. I was gonna say it's okay versus Doorkeeper, but then I'm like, no, it's actually atrocious. That matchup is absolutely brutal. There's only like one way to get out of it, and it's like Crater Maker as like your one card, but you're having to run like more of it now too.
Is there any deck in particular that you're looking for?
Any
to?
spice? I want to see an Omnitel. I think it's just the play patterns. It's like it's a lot of sculpting. It's kind of like they play it and they're either going to win or not win. But I think it is fun because there's a lot of thinking to it. I'm not too sure if there's any spicy deck lists that we have here today. I'm trying to think of like specific players that may be playing it. Hang on, we got some paper lists here too. We'll quickly look through them. We had at the 5K, we had a what's it called? Merfolk deck come top 8 out of 5K. So there's about 7 players, give or take. Can't remember the exact numbers. You'll be able to find it on what's it called? MTG Top 8. It talks about what deck was there, but somehow we missed it on the recording and the stream itself, which was like. But they came top 8. I think they split after the first round of top 8, so in quarters I think they split because we only got one thing from it. So right now, everybody, we are going to take a 15-minute break. It is a bit of a lunchtime for the players and the broadcast for us. So make sure you stay tuned for more Legacy to come. Legacy of the North hosting Enter the Battlefield in Newmarket on Ontario, Canada. Thank you to all of them. Make sure to check out the socials, ETB Canada, and Lazy MTG as well. That may be one of the people that is posting the videos. He's in the background, an amazing producer, I'd say, and got us these sweet new headsets. So stay tuned, everybody. 15-minute break. My name is Will.
I'm Steven.
And we will see you shortly.